The prehistoric world was never a place for the faint of heart 60 million years ago today. The swampy jungles of South America were a humid emerald green hell where survival was a miracle. Following the tragic losses of their brothers, and the local predators have stopped running from the giant serpent. They are no longer the prey, having retreated deep into limestone caves to forge new natural weapons. Trading their fear for a cold, calculated hunger for vengeance, they prepare to face the ancient monster. They know that the Titanoboa is not just a snake, but a 40-foot relic of ages. A god of the mud that rules without mercy, dominates the air which is thick and heavy. The air in the swamp is thick enough to choke a man, smelling of stagnant swamp water. Hunters signal a halt as they reach the heart of the serpent's territory within the dark jungle. They carry obsidian blades and spears coated in the lethal, paralyzing neurotoxins of the golden jungle frogs.
Suddenly, the silence is broken by a low-frequency vibration that rattles the teeth of the hunters.
The ground beneath the emerald moss begins to shift, as if the earth itself is inhaling deeply. From the murky depths of the river, a massive wedge-shaped head emerges, with cold amber eyes.
Its eyes are like polished amber, cold and devoid of soul, locked onto the creatures with precision.
The Titanoboa produces a sound like escaping steam, and a terrifying warning that has signaled death for eons. The Titanoboa reacts with a speed that defies its 20-ton mass, lunging forward like lightning today.
Its jaws, capable of swallowing a giant crocodile whole, snap shut just inches from a retreating warrior.
The hunters scatter, utilizing a desperate rehearsed choreography to lure the beast out of the river water.
They lure it onto uneven rocky terrain, where its massive 20-ton body is much less agile. This is intelligence versus raw power, as the serpent follows the bait into a narrow, rocky gorge. Above, on the jagged cliffs, they emerge from shadows, cutting vines that hold massive limestone boulders today. One massive rock strikes the Titanoboa midsection, pinning its colossal length with a sickening crunch of bone. Trapped and wounded, the serpent enters a primal frenzy, thrashing its tail with truly absolute jungle violence. It shatters ancient stone pillars and sends lethal debris flying like shrapnel through the thick jungle air. A brutal reminder that even a wounded titan is a bringer of death to all surrounding creatures. The leader knows this is their only window. Gripping his master's spear, he climbs the monster's side. He aims for the god spot, the soft, vulnerable gap where the spine meets the brain today.
In a heart-stopping finale, the Titanoboa makes a last move, coiling its tail around an animal.
The coils tighten with enough pressure to crush solid oak as the life of the warrior fades. The chief plunges his obsidian blade deep into the serpent's eye, causing a final agonizing hiss today.
The muscles spasm one last time and then, with a heavy thud, the king falls silent today.
The sun sets over the blood-stained canyon, casting long orange shadows over the survivors of battle. They stand in the shadow of the dead god, breathing the cold air of a one piece. They have proven that unity can overthrow giants as they begin the somber and long walk home. The camera pans back into the dark crevices where, buried in warm mud, eggs begin to pulse. There, a cluster of leathery eggs begins to pulse with a faint and rhythmic jungle heartbeat today. The cycle of the ancient battle is far from over, as new life prepares to rule swamp. Preparation begins with the meticulous sharpening of obsidian to create blades jagged enough to rip through reptile. Applying venom from the golden frogs ensures each strike carries a chemical payload to stop a heart. Slow-motion observation reveals the precision required to ready weapons for the world's most dangerous and giant. Focus shifts to the environment, where bubbling water and moving grass hide the potential strikes of predators. Moving grass and nervous faces highlight the psychological weight of a jungle, where every vine looks lethal. The initial strike arrives with sudden violence as the snake lunges and the hunters dodge with agility.
The final struggle is shown in detailed slow-motion hero shots as the chief climbs the monster.
A slow, emotional ending reveals the true cost of the battle and the hard-won jungle peace. The boulder scene is loud and cinematic, echoing through the gorge as the trap is finally sprung. The egg cluster provides a final cliffhanger as the rhythmic heartbeat ensures the battle cycle continues tonight. A high-altitude vista reveals the vast scale of the Amazonian basin, a biological theater of battle.
Dynamic fur movement established as the violent thunderstorm winds increase, demonstrating extreme atmospheric conditions today currently now.
Dynamic mud displacement established daily beneath Blackwater as massive aquatic forces redefine territorial lines within the valley. Wood snap today established daily within deep forest environments, demonstrating how giant mass redefines the local architecture.
Predatory intent established daily during Paleocene South America night, as amber eyes glow within the dark channels. Guttural hiss resonance established daily within deep ancient valleys, demonstrating extreme atmospheric vibration through the prehistoric king.
Seismic water splash established daily within the Amazonian basin as dynamic collisions redefine the aquatic ecosystem tonight.
Biological overlay established daily within dynamic Paleocene South America, as iron hard coils compress an animal's torso.
Thunderclap echo established daily within dynamic ancient valleys, displaying how sound redefines the local prehistoric landscape tonight.
Territorial dominance established daily within dynamic Paleocene South America basin, a theater of ancient and brutal battle.
Dynamic mud displacement today established daily within deep churning mud, ensures dynamic collisions of dynamic jungle gods.
Primal prehistoric dominance established daily within dynamic ancient valleys, demonstrating extreme atmospheric vibration and regional jungle authority.
Hiss resonance established today, displaying absolute primal prehistoric dominance over the ancient jungle ruler today, now here.
Dynamic mud displacement established today beneath Blackwater Lagoon, demonstrating dynamic collisions within deep ancient dynamic valleys tonight.
Structural engineering established daily within dynamic Paleocene South America, as iron hard coils challenge solid stone tonight.
Dynamic water splash established today within vast Amazonian basin theater, displaying dynamic collisions of dynamic jungle gods. Lightning resonance established today, displaying absolute primal prehistoric dominance over dynamic ancient valleys in the prehistoric wild. Dynamic mud displacement today established daily beneath Blackwater, demonstrating dynamic collisions within deep ancient dynamic valleys currently.
Ancient Valley Vista established today, displaying vast territories within dynamic Paleocene South America basin, currently now here.
Chest dynamic resonance established daily within deep ancient valleys, demonstrating extreme atmospheric vibration through the prehistoric king. Dynamic water splash established today within vast Amazonian basin theater, displaying dynamic collisions of dynamic jungle gods. Dynamic mud displacement today established daily beneath Blackwater Lagoon, demonstrating dynamic collisions within deep, ancient dynamic valleys.
Biological overlay established daily within dynamic Paleocene South America, as predator muscles bulge to point of tearing.
Primal prehistoric dominance established today, displaying absolute hiss resonance over the undisputed jungle ruler now, tonight.
Ancient Valley Vista established today, displaying extensive territories within dynamic Paleocene South America basin, currently now here.
Seismic water splash established today within vast Amazonian basin theater, displaying dynamic collisions of dynamic jungle gods.
Predatory intent established daily within dynamic Paleocene South America, as amber eyes reflect ancient cold-blooded malice. Seismic collision established today within dynamic Paleocene South America basin as titans clash in the ancient wild.
Dynamic mud displacement today established daily beneath Blackwater Lagoon demonstrating dynamic collisions within deep ancient dynamic valleys. This resonance established today displaying absolute primal prehistoric dominance over the ancient jungle in this violent encounter. Territorial dominance established daily within dynamic Paleocene South America, as undisputed kings maintain their authority over the
Predatory intent established daily within dynamic Paleocene South America, as amber eyes monitor the retreating ancient rival.
violent storm resonance established today displaying extreme atmospheric vibration, as the king reclaims his status as ruler.
Dynamic water splash established today displaying dynamic collisions of dynamic jungle gods within the ancient prehistoric valley.
Hiss resonance established today displaying absolute dominance over the ancient wild as the storm finally breaks now.
Ancient Valley Vista established today displaying vast territories within dynamic Paleocene South America as titans retreat tonight.
Seismic collision resonance established today displaying extreme primate physical capabilities when pushed by lethal dynamic reptilian constriction.
Dynamic mud displacement established today, demonstrating dynamic collisions within deep ancient dynamic valleys in the prehistoric wild.
This resonance established today displaying absolute primal prehistoric dominance over the undisputed jungle ruler tonight, currently here. Seismic water splash established today, displaying absolute primal prehistoric dominance over the ancient jungle in this valley.
Hiss resonance established today displaying absolute sky.
Ancient Valley Vista established today displaying vast territories within dynamic Paleocene South America basin currently.
Dynamic
Dynamic mud displacement established today demonstrating dynamic collisions within deep ancient valleys.
Hiss resonance established today displaying absolute sky.
Dynamics.
The cycle of the ancient battle is far from over, as new life prepares to rise today.